Hello YouTube, this is the Craps Fan coming at you with my first video, so thanks for checking me out. I just wanted to kind of throw my hat in the ring with the craps community and contribute a little bit. Just wanted to give a shout out to some of the guys that have been putting out great stuff out there that have been very instrumental in my learning and figuring things out. First and foremost to Jeremy at Color Up. Appreciate everything you do. Also want to call out Vince Armenti and all those different strategies you're putting out there, Vince. So I appreciate that. Uncle Angelo, Craps Hawaii, 99 Craps Player, 36 Full Press. Of course, I have to mention the Bone Thrower. So thank you guys for all that you do, and hopefully I'm adding a little something here. So I wanted to talk about the don't strategy that I like to use when things seem bad at the table, when the 7 is coming frequently. So the way this works is, let's say we're at a $10 table. Alright, so we're going to have 6 levels of bets that we're going to set up. So here's our $10, and let's just step the bets up $5 each. So the second one would be 15, and the third one would be 20. The fourth one would be 25, the fifth one would be 30, and the sixth one would be 35. Now, we're actually going to start at the top. This is a little bit like Uncle Angelo's Don't Climb the Ladder. Well, I came up with it before I saw him doing that, but I realized that there was a similarity, except instead of climbing up the ladder with the base bet, we're going to be climbing down. So we're actually going to start here at the top. So for a $10 table, we're going to start with a $35 bet. Now, we're also going to incorporate odds. And with odds, we're going to start low and go high. So base bet goes high to low, odds go low to high, and I'll show you how we do that. So let's say we place our $35 bet and we get a point. Let me clean these guys up so it's not confusing. So we got a $35 bet. Let's say our point is 6. At this point, I'm going to put just the same one time my odds, my base bet in odds. Now that's not 1 times odds, it's 1 times my base bet. So since my base bet is 35, I'm going to take 35 and lay that in odds. Now, you can't do that on a 6. Things have got to be in multiples of 6, so let's go ahead and lay 36 to make it nice and round. So now we're going to lay 36. All right. So now we're going to go to the DC with our second bet, which is the $30 bet. Now, say we roll the dice and we get another number. Let's say it's the 9. So we move to the 9. Now, because we are against 2 points, I'm going to multiply this bet times 2 and lay odds in that amount. So I've got 30, so 2 times 30 is 60. 60 is a multiple of 6, so that'll work for odds. I try to do all my don't odds in multiples of 6, that way it works for all the numbers. Alright, so then, you know, if we get more numbers, we'll continue to go things. We'll go to the $25 bet, say that travels to the 4. Obviously, I'm doing a good case scenario. Now we have 3 numbers that we're against, so 3 times 25 is 75. I'm not going to worry about multiples of 6 there, but it does have to be even, so let's just make it 76. So then we're going to lay our $20 bet in the DC, and then let's say the 7 comes at that point. That's a great scenario, obviously, and it doesn't always work out that way. So we'll lose this bet, but we will get paid on all the rest. 1-to-1 the base bets, and then according to the odds there. So that's how it works. Let's try it out and see how the dice are going to treat us on this. This can work out really well, though you have to be willing to put out a good bit of your bankroll out there. Right now I've got myself set up with $600 here. For a $10 table, if you're trying this this strategy, I wouldn't really do anything less than that. And you really got to be committed to doing it and putting things out there. All right, so we're going to start with our $35 bet on Don't Pass, and let's roll. Yo 11, that's a loss right off the bat. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to come back with the same bet. Boxcars, push. All right, 8. So the point is 8. Like I said, I've got $35 there, so I want to put $35 at odds. Make a multiple of 6, so we'll make that 36. All right, now I'm going to go to the Don't Come with $30. Try to get another point. All right, we have 6. So this is going to travel to the 6. Now, since I'm against 2 points, I'm going to put twice what I've got here in odds. So I have 30, so that's $60. That's an easy multiple of 6, so we'll do that. And now we're going down to 25 in the Don't Come. All right, 7, perfect. So this will come off, this gets lost. Now we're going to get paid 1-to-1 on the base bet here, so let's see, that's 35, and then we'll get paid 5 to 6 on that, so $36, we'll pay 30. Alright, here we'll get paid 1-to-1 on the base bet, and again 5 to 6, which in this case is $50. So this was a good scenario for us. We didn't repeat any numbers, which would have been a loss. We did lose to the yo on the come out from the first one, but that wasn't so bad. So I'm just gonna, Jeremy's really good about keeping things separate on his videos. I'm just gonna rack it all back in there, but you can see that we're up a little bit there. Made you know, maybe $75 there. All right, so let's go back to this. Take $35 bet. Don't pass. Coming out. 5 is the point. All right, so again, we're going to place 1 time our base bet there. So that would be 35. We'll just make it a nice 36 to make it a multiple of 6. And then we're going to put $30 in the Don't Come. 5, okay, so here we're going to illustrate the way things can go bad. So obviously repeat numbers or don't strategy is going to hurt you. We're going to lose this. Now, we've got 30. We've already stepped down our bet, but we're only against one number here. So we're only going to lay 1 time our base bet. So our base bet is 30. We're just going to lay 30 in odds. A nice even multiple of 6. All right. So also, we're going to repeat, because we stomped on another number that we already had. We're going to repeat that $30 now back in the don't pass. 10. All right. Point's going to be 10. So we're going to lay, since we're against 2 numbers, we're going to lay 2 times that, or $60. And now we're going to put 25 in the DC. All right, 7 out. So not bad. We're going to lose this, but we're going to get paid 1-to-1 on our base bet on the line, and that's a point of 10. So we have $60. So we're going to win 30. Yeah. All right. So here we're going to get paid 1-to-1 on our base bet and 2-to-3 on our odds bet. So for a $30 bet, we get paid 20. So even though we lost because we had a repeater on the 5, we still came out a little bit ahead. So the 7 is your friend. You're very, very relieved to find that, to see that 7 come, and you're just silently waiting, hoping for it when everybody else is dreading it. You know how it is if you play the dump. All right, so let's do it again. So $35 on the don't pass, and coming out. 8 is the point. Easy 8. All right, we're going to lay 1 times our odds. In this case, we're going to make it 36. And we're going to put 30 in the dump con. 5. So travel to the 5. We're going to place 2 times our base bet in odds. So we are placing $60 in odds. And then we're going to drop a quarter on the dump con. 9. All right, this is going to travel to the 9. Now we're against 3 numbers. So we're going to put $75 against the 9. 75 is divisible by 3. So I'll just leave that there. And right now we want a $20 bet in the DC. 4. All right, we're getting lucky. We haven't had any repeaters now. We're on 4 numbers. This is where it gets really nice. When the 7 comes. All right, so $20 traveling to the 4. We're now against 4 numbers. 4 times 20 is $80. That's an even number, so that's an odds bet you can lay against the 4 and 10. They just have to be even. All right, now we're down to 15. See what we can do. 3. Nice. All right, $15. This gets paid on the dump con. Rack that. And 8. All right, so stomping on ourselves here. We're going to lose our 8 on the don't pass. But our $15 travels to the 8. We are against 4 points. 4 times 15 is 60. Nice. Even multiple 6. And so we're going back to the don't pass. We're repeating that $15 bet. And 7. All right, that's pretty nice. All right, so we're losing that. But everything else we're going to win. Now I'm going to pull in all the base bets because they get paid 1 to 1. All right. And I'm just going to stack up the like colors. So all right. And then pay out this way. So 1 to 1 there. 1 to 1 there. All right, so that takes care of paying off our base bets. Clearly I'm not a dealer, but trying to consolidate and make things easy for myself. All right. Now, we've got 9 and 5. Both get paid 3 to 2, so I'm going to take those odds. So we've got there 135. Alexa, what's 135 divided by 3 times 2?
135 divided by 3 times 2 is 90.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest at math, but Alexa knows. All right, so 90. So 75, 85, 90. All right, get paid for that. So props to the dealers who pay these things out, because when you win like this, there's a lot going on behind the line. But that's great. All right, so we've got 60 here in odds against the 8. That's going to pay 50. I can do that in my head. And I can do this one in my head as well. So that's 80. So against the 4, that's going to pay 40. So 25, 30, 40. And you know, when you win this, you know, you've got all that money that comes back to you through the DC, and then the dealer puts it in front of you. Feels pretty good. Of course, the problem is when you get repeat numbers. You get back onto a hot shooter and suddenly you're losing your shirt. It can feel pretty rough. But you can see that we're up a good bit here. We started with that, and we've grown it to that. So we're up what, 1, 2, you know, probably close to $300 there. Not sure what that is. Well, not too worried about it. All right, let's get back at it. Do another round. All right, 7. It's a loser on the come out. Just gonna chase that. Same bet. 9 is the point. And all right, there's a 35. I'm gonna put 36 against that. And we're going to the DC with 30. 7. All right, so you know this is kind of the grinder version of this. You get a point, and then you're out. So you're going to lose this, and you can see that we're still going to make a little money on this. So here's what I lost. Looks like I lost $65. All right, but I'm going to just pay this out of my losings here. So let's say that's 1 to 1 there, and then 36 against the 8 was is going to pay 30. Okay, so it was a wash. So there we go. Even though we lost on the come out and it was 0.7 out, we didn't lose anything, but it was a wash. If we hadn't lost, you know, on that come out roll, then we would have won something. And that's what I like about incorporating the odds into this, is that you know, I think with Don't Climb the Ladder, your first 2 or 3 points, if you get a 7 out, you're not going to make anything. In fact, you may lose something to start. It has its own merits. But so let me show you how this could scale. Okay, so say, you know, a lot of times actually I play on a $25 table. So you start with 25, then 30, then 35, then 40, then 45, and 50. So on a $25 table, if you're stepping down to, you know, the minimum bet, you're going to start with 50. All right, so that's where we're scaling it with by $5. Here on my table, when I play and when I'm doing well and I've built up a little extra money, sometimes I start at $100 and then step it down by 10. So I'll go 100, 90, 80, etc. And I actually just did a round right before I did this video and did very well. I think I turned 1,500 into over 3,000. So that was nice, but we know that doesn't always go that way. It can also scale down. Okay, so say you're not liking, you know, that $35 bet that we were starting at, that isn't comfortable for you. But you know, say, you know, just playing on a $10 table is a stretch as it is. So you know, we got to start at 10, but let's okay, we'll take the next level up to 12. All right, and then the next level would be 14. Here, let me. It's $20. I'm going to take out of here. All right, so then 14, and then 16, and then 18. And finally 20. All right, so that's a way that you could scale it where, you know, for a $10 table, your starting bet really is only $20. You're going to have to deal with the ones at that point, which is no big deal on your base bet because they're all paid 1-to-1. But when you do your odds, obviously you're going to have to put them in the correct multiples. So that's where it could get a little, have to require you to do a little more math in your head. You might want to come prepared, knowing what you're going to be putting down. But that's how it works. That's how it can scale. So let me run through it one more time and see if we can continue to do well with it. I'm going to let's see. Again, this is $20, so I'm taking that out. Put that 20 back in there, and we're back to where we started. All right, so we're doing this again. We're working off of our winnings here. $35 in the don't pass. Point is 4. Hard 4. All right. So $35. We're gonna play 36 against, and put 30 in the DC. Five. All right, this will travel to 5. So 30 times 2 is going to be 60. So we'll lay 16 odds. And now we're going to put a quarter of that in the DC. 7 out. Okay, great. So we're going to get paid on 2 points. We're going to lose the DC there. Point was 4. So this is going to get paid 1-to-1 on the line. And 1-to-2 on the odds. We've got 36 there, so we're going to get paid 18. All right, 5, we get paid 1-to-1 on the base bet, and 3-to-2 on the odds. So that's 60, so we'll get paid 40. 30, 40. So don't be fooled. If you're new to this, realize that you could get beat up pretty bad if you get somebody who's repeating numbers, and it can get pretty tough. In fact, I want to shoot again just to kind of hope that maybe we get some repeat numbers and see how that goes, because it should be illustrated. All right, $30 base bet. You know what? Here, we're gonna step it up a little bit. We've won something, so we're gonna start at the $50 level. $50 base bet. Let's see what we can do here. All right, back on the 5. So point against the 5. So I'm going to put 1 time my odds there. 50. Let's just make it 60. That's a convenient multiple of 3. And now I'm going to do 45. DC. All right, 4. It's going to travel to 4. 45 times 2 is 90. That's multiple of 6, and also need a number. So, of course, so we're going to put that against that. All right, now we're going to put 40 in the DC. Seven. All right. Yeah, the dice are cooperating with us today. So we lose this, but we're going to get paid 1-to-1 on the line, and then with a 5, we're going to get paid 2-to-3, so we get paid 40. 40 to our 60, and then on the 4, we're going to get paid. We paid 1-to-1 on our base bet. And 1-to-2 on our bet here, that's $90, so $45. Alright. So Not sure what else to say there. Hope things are clear. If you got any comments, please leave them down below. Again, this is my first video, so pretty new to the YouTube bit as far as producing something. Oh, you know what? Just remembered, I did not call out Blue Collar Sports, and appreciate all your videos and the things you've done. So I want to mention you too. Wow, this we did really well, didn't we? We did really well. I'll yeah, you can see it there. I mean, that's 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 75. Yeah. So we profited over $500 off of that $600. Good, good day for the don'ts. So hope that makes sense. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.